Hey folks, how you doing today? Today I'm gonna finally get to put my gun more or less together. I got my scope, my rings and bases, and a bubble level for it. So I'm gonna show you how I take care of that, and I'll show you what products I bought to put on it. Got the gun holding the vise. Ready to work on. Here's the base I bought. It says 0 MOA. I didn't want a 20. I don't think I'll shoot any more than 500-600 yards with it. So yeah, it's made by Warren. Pretty good base, and it's made out of the heavier aluminum instead of the lighter stuff, so it's pretty good stuff. Then I also got some Vortex rings made out of the same size aluminum. That's the 7 series instead of the 6 series aluminum, so it's a little bit stronger rings. These are the Pro 30mm scope. Well, the first step I'm going to do here is, it says those holes that get above on top there, you take a Q-tip and some solvent, and you go down into the holes and clean them out really well. Just to make sure there's nothing getting caught in there, so it stays nice and tight, because that'll be your, your main safety to your recoil, holding that Picatini rail in. So I'll get to doing that. Just dip it in a little bit, get it in there, twist it a little bit here, just that one a little bit. See, it's getting some stuff out of there. It's a brand new rifle, so they say try and get a little bit of solid on there, clean off any stored grease or anything they may have on the rifle. This is a Christensen Arms rifle, all that stuff on that tip, and it takes the same as a Model 700 bases, and this is a long action, so it's 7mm Remington Magnum. So I'm just gonna clean off the top to that. And yeah, that's definitely had some stuff on it. I'll just cut a piece of tissue right here and wipe that down a little bit. Make sure it's nice and cleaned up. Now, put the cover back on and go to the next step. Get those bases on. Okay, these are the screws that I use for the base. Here's the base. I just set it up on there right now. And I just used some of that solvent I had to clean them with a Q-tip to keep them all nice and clean as well. It says to have everything as clean as possible. And I do have some thread lock right here that I'll use for the base, but it says not to use thread lock for the rings because they're aluminum, and it creates a, let's say, almost like a lubricant, putting them in there, so you accidentally may torque them down harder or more, higher torque than they're supposed to be. So I don't want to do that, because aluminum can strip if you torque them down too hard. So, and this should be good. Hopefully we'll give it a shot. These aren't cheap rings or bases, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, I took the bolt out and put it right there. I got these screws started in these base with the thread lock. I didn't tighten them up super tight yet. I just wanted to get them snug in there. But I do have a fat wrench. It's a torque inch pound wrench that I will be torquing those down to a specified amount, and right in here is the directions, and it says right there, put those down at 25 inch-pounds. So that's what I'm going to set that torque wrench to and get that done. There you go, I got that set. And I will try and get these down in there. Get those all torqued down. I'll clean that off and then I'll get working on the scope rings. Now I watched a few videos on scope rings and I really like these ones because they have the flush mount on the side instead of a big nut hanging on the outside. And also, I mean, this is the Allen wrench I got for the base. And look at how much thicker and bigger this Allen wrench is compared to that. So they use a lot heavier screws on these rings. So you got the side, and then you have 4 on the top, and it tells you the inch-pounds right on the base is what you're supposed to use, so you don't overdo anything. These are really good Vortex Pros. 30mm I have for this scope that I got. I haven't showed you the scope yet, but you'll see that once I get it up there. And I'll talk to you about that, and I'll send you some information on the scope. It's a very good scope. I hope to have some good luck with it. Okay, I got the rings spaced out a little bit, maybe a little bit too far. I have to put the scope on it, so I might as well show you what scope I ended up choosing. And here it is. I got the made by Riton. This is a vet-owned company made in Arizona, United States. I'm not sure if they, maybe they assemble it here or they make it in Japan, but it's an Arizona company, so it's the United States. 30mm objective. 30mm tube. It's 44mm objective. This is let's see, it's a 3 to 15 power by 44mm objective. This X3. They have an X1, X3, X5, and X7. So the 3 is like the middle of the road for their price range. X5 is a little bit more expensive, and X7 is the top of the line stuff. And I can't afford $2 grand for a scope, so I bought this one. I found a good deal on it on eBay, so I picked it up. Let me get it up there so we can see where those bases gotta go. I mean, the rings gotta go, and go from there. Well, there it is, just resting on there. It does come with these lens covers, the flip-up caps with it when you buy it, so that's pretty nice to have. This has a illuminator reticle too, and it has a on-off between each of 6 settings, so that's nice. It does have a stop on the turrets too, so you can sight it in at 2 or 100 yards, and it won't go past it that way. If you want to hold over there, just aim low, but for longer range, you need to kind of have a stop, and these do, nice, really good sound and clicks, but if you accidentally hit it, you could knock it off. So that 0 stop would be nice to bring it right back to your 0 in case you did tap it. But yeah, it's a hell of an optic. I've looked through it, and I have a Leopold VX3 on my 308 Browning, and it looks just as clear and sharp as that does. So, and I paid about the same price probably for this one, and this one lists for more, but I got a good deal on it. So let me get that all set up and try and get my eye relief checked out and see how I can get that there. Okay, I took the rifle, put it in my arms, and put it up to my face, and I've got that scope right where I need that on those rings for a good sight picture. Clean eye box when I put that up to my eyes. It's just, there's no darkness around the circle, around at all, so it fits my body perfectly when I put that up there. Now I just gotta slowly snug these down on both sides. One on this side, one on that side, then one on this side, and one on that side. Try and keep these gaps the same on both sides so it doesn't compress or turn that. But I will also have a level. I'm gonna have to level this rifle first on the barrel. I should have to probably level it here. And then level it with the barrel, make sure the gun's level. That way I can level the scope so I can make sure that crosshair is perfectly vertical and horizontal. So I'll do that next. Got that level right there. So now I'll adjust this level. So once I get that level, I'll lock that down so I know that the rifle will be level with that level. Then I can use this level to put on the scope up here to level out the crosshair. Okay, I got that level, and that level, So now I can take this one off, put it up on the scope to try and get the crosshairs leveled up. Okay, that's on there. We'll work on that. Still have that level. Up here, I canceled that scope a little bit to get that level. So those are both level, so technically that scope should be level with the rifle. And I can continue slowly tightening those screws down, both sides of the crisscross pattern, so that I don't turn that, but I'll keep that level on it and pay attention to that and make sure I'm not doing that. And also gotta pay attention to the gaps on these here on both sides, trying to keep those even so it doesn't twist that scope when I'm putting it on. I got those all snug, and it says right on the ring right there, 18 inch-pounds. Hell, yeah, so I'll take the torque wrench and get those down. Hopefully that'll be good. We still got level on the bubble. We still got level on the rifle. All right, I had to take the scope off with the rings because when I leveled that up with this level, I still had a cant in it, so that meant the rifle was not actually level. So the flat surface I had on this base is what I went off of with this level. So I had to re-level that, which I meant I re-leveled that, and now I got it all straightened out now. Should be good. There's my partner in crime right there. She's getting impatient. Well, let's go outside. Well, that's her with the Riton scope on it. 3 to 15 power, 44 millimeter. Things all lined up now. I'm just gonna put a light coat of oil in the rifle before I put it back away. And hope have some nice days sometime here soon. March now. Be able to take it out in the range and start dialing it in. I do have a bubble level, but it has to go right here, and I'd have to loosen this back up, slide that out of the way to put it in there, and then it'd kind of be in the way of that. So I think I'm gonna get a different bubble level, one that may just come off the side here, fold in or something. But we'll see. She's all leveled up and ready to go anyway. There she is, all scoped up, ready to go. Clean and oiled. I just gotta wait for better weather to get out there. 7mm Remington Magnum. Christensen Arms Mesa Long Range. The Riton 3. There you go. Sure. Okay, so I'll show you what the optic looks like. The reticle, I mean, it's slided. Good. Real nice box comes in too. There she is. That's again all assembled. Took a little bit of time. Trying to level that right takes time, and then when you start bringing those rings down, if you don't get them just perfectly even, it starts to torque the scope in one direction or another, which is a pain in the rear end. So I had to loosen them back up and tighten them again. Make sure that stays all level. Then you'll hold the gun steady, and then make sure the scope's staying. It's a little bit of a chore, but once you get it done, you should be really ready to rock and roll. Just want to finish with that one last thing with that video. The Picatini rail was a 0 MOA, and those Vortex rings were only lows, and that 44mm fit just fine on that rifle, in case anybody needs to know that information. look for tons of that, and it's hard to find anything. So you're really kind of taking a shot in the dark at your rail, and then what size rings that you need, because they're low, medium, and high, and you don't know which is going to fit on your particular rifle. So on this Christensen Arms Mesa long range with a 0 MOA, the low rings fit fine for a 44mm. It could be close with a 50, I don't know, but 44 they fit fine, and that scope come with those covers, and it's still got about, I don't know, between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch off that barrel, so that's not too bad. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope we get to shoot this thing soon.